Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is 7 o'clock on Tuesday, my favorite time of the week, so we can spend some time together. Go ahead and get your questions ready. I'm going to talk a few minutes about what I'm intuitively picking up on in the energy as we go into this new moon in Scorpio. Um, I'm just feeling like I want to say it's the calm before the storm, but it's not really a calm. It's it's an agitated excitement because change is coming. And I'm not sure what those changes are, but I think in the long run, they'll be good. But I think there's some anticipation and some almost anxiety about what's to come because turn my little pumpkin so everybody can see his little face. Um, I don't know. It's this anxious energy. And I know that we're heading into the new moon. We also have um, Pluto going to be leaving Capricorn, and I feel like that's kind of the major energy. And then that happens like the 16th of November. And it just feels like between now and then the world's going to change. And I don't know how. And so, but you can feel it, and it's almost like there's the anticipation of knowing something's going to change, but not knowing what. So, on that note, I'm going to just jump right into the readings. I have a ton of decks here ready to go. I think I'll start with the Quantum Oracle. So jump on in. Welcome everyone who's coming in. I want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much to everybody who has supported my channel. And we're in for a ride. I just kind of feel it. And I know that I did a reading today where you're going to kind of, with that kind of external anxiety energy that you're feeling, you may want to withdraw. And I made the decision like this morning that after the next 5 days, I have something every single day. I just want to be at home. I just want to be cloistered at home. And so I'm like clearing my schedule. It's not that I'm not going to do personal readings, or I just don't want to leave the house a whole lot in the next couple of weeks, only when necessary. And I don't know why, but I feel that it's almost a safeguard. And it's just like to avoid immersing myself in the energy of what's going on. And FYI, there is a fly that is just flying around. And it's like, I don't know why. There is a fly. All right, let's see what the Quantum Oracle says. Maybe it'll give us some insight as to what changes are coming in. But I think after Sunday, I only have very limited appointments, and I will be just cloistering myself at home, not out of fear, but just out of a sanctity. And that came up in the reading today, and then it really hit me what that meant. Happy success. Oh, awesome. We are entering Pluto going into Aquarius, and I think that this is going to bring this euphoria. I think things are going to change. It's going to be a turbulent change. It's going to take time, but I think the outcome is going to be like a euphoria. Do you see the fly? I mean, he's just flying in front of my camera. There is a definite consciousness increase, an awareness, but I feel like it's also about magical manifesting. I think we're all getting the manifesting thing down. And law of attraction, law of abundance, whatever you want to call it, whatever practice that you're putting in as far as your vibration and being magnetic to the things that you desire. I feel like we're kind of getting that. So as people start to really focus on manifestation, it's the vibration raises. I don't know. It's just a really interesting. Let's pull from the energy oracle. So, thank you for the like. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from. I'm a Southern girl and I can talk really fast. So Angel of Strength. This is Leo energy. Feel like there's some strength going to be needed. It's going to be, on one hand, there's going to be a quiet strength, like your inner strength. But then there's also going to be the roar when you have to. So don't be afraid to roar when you have to, is what my guides are saying. Yeah, that's a 5 card, which means it's going to be change. This is an 8 card, which it's going to be more inclined toward the spiritual and the elevation of the consciousness. And I don't know any astrologer who's not saying that. All right, so now we have the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So maybe take a look. Hi, Victoria. I was hoping it was you. How are you? Second chakra. So take a look at that. I also have the Psychic Tarot. We'll see if that comes up again. That's a 36 card. Then we have the third chakra, Archangel Samuel. Maybe this is something to do with our chakra system maybe being upgraded. So the solar plexus chakra. And then we have happy family. Now that's really, and this really feels like happiness is on the way, but we've got to get through something first. And I think it's the breaking of the dam of the collective consciousness is what my guides are saying. Really interesting energy. You can't put your finger on it, but check out the reading I posted today. It was really kind of specific for somebody about their inner child having been deprived. But then let's pull some tarot on this. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot and see what's coming up. If we have chakra cards coming up, then I did pre-shuffle, and I did sage all the cards. Feel like it's going to take, with these 2 chakra cards here, and then we have this change here, it's going to take some fortitude to get through this. So don't, balancing. That's the 11 card. That's actually Justice card, but in this deck it's called balancing. Something's out of whack. That fell right over the 3rd chakra. And then we have the Chariot card, which is triumph. But in this deck, it's triumph. So we're going to triumph over this. So whatever is coming, whatever is incoming is, it's going to be challenging. You're going to feel like kind of retreating and cloistering yourself away from the fray. And that's for your own protection. If that is what you are guided to do, then go ahead. And I feel very powerfully guided to do that. Just like I just need to stay home for a couple of days, for a couple of weeks, literally, like only go out when necessary kind of thing. And that's not for everybody. That's just what I'm feeling for me. I think things are going to be moving forward. And this is not your typical Chariot card. This is a lone rider on a horse carrying that red flag, which is like the color of the root chakra. But it's also victory. And I'm not making a prediction about the American politics, but there is a red triumph card and a singular rider, not the chariot that has the dual horses. This is somebody just moving forward. 2 major arcana, the 11 card being balance, but something's disrupted the balance. Something is disrupting the balance. Victory and success. This is 6 of Wands. Now we've got triumph and success. And then we have happy success. We have 3 cards of success. Triumph, happy success, and victory and success. I mean, it doesn't get any more clear than that. So what are you working on to be successful? There's really positive energy, but I'm still getting some disruption. So if anybody has a question, jump on in with your question. Recognition and renewal and reward. Sorry, reward. Lots. That's the Three of Pentacles. I'd almost like to just stop it right here because I don't want any foreshadowing of what's not going to be happy. But right now, there is much that's coming in that's going to be so positive. Thank you for the likes. Foundation and achievements. I mean, this is amazing. All of these are really positive cards when you get into balance. And I feel like what's going to go on in the world over the next couple of weeks is going to be intense. And if you buy into the intensity, I feel like it's going to throw your vibration off. It's going to disrupt the flow of your chakra system. So we have a 7, a 6, a 3, and a 4. This is both 7, 6 in the center. I mean, this is, it's been kind of seen in the readings that there, dreams are coming true. Things that you've wished for are coming true. And if there is a block, check out the reading today, because somebody has a block from their inner child being wounded and deprived. And that block is keeping them from achieving all of this good stuff. So check out that reading. Oh my gosh, stand your ground, another 7. There are going to be challenges. People are going to challenge your religious beliefs, your political beliefs, your spiritual beliefs. You see the fly? It's almost like as soon as I started to sit down and prepare the space, this fly has, in fact, I went and got my fly swatter, but it's just, and it's not landing anywhere. It's just like flying around. But look at his, I mean, there's another stance of triumph. But it's only triumph if you stand your ground. Don't cave into somebody else's expectations, or don't just try to align with their belief system to get along. That's not what's right for you. What's coming in? 3 cards, please. Besides this wonderful, good success energy. Another 7. There's some deception and envy. That's going to be the disruption. And I think I saw that in a couple of lives ago, that with the election in the US, there was going to be some deception. And then the 8 of Wands, accelerated motion. Things are going to move fast. And there's almost a comet energy there. And authority. The Emperor. There's going to be some deception around this election. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, my nose is... I listened to it when I was driving back from work today. I'll watch again later. I'd like to see the cards. Okay. And I actually, Victoria, I thought about you. I don't know what happened, but I remember last week we were talking about a coworker. And I think either in yesterday's reading or in today's reading, that kind of, oh, thank you. I think it's just allergies. But I think that situation popped up. And so check out yesterday's reading or today's reading. There was a hint of it, of somebody being envious. Discontent and boredom. Now this is interesting. That's the 4 of Cups. It's almost like And I don't want to say discontent, but I'm saying, see how he's kind of turning his back to the outside? That might be what we all need to do for a little bit, for some, protection of our vibration, our energy, and don't get sucked into the fray, because there's going to be some drama. Just it's what it is. Another 8 card on the bottom, discovery. And it's almost like he's discovered something valuable, a gem, but he's like panning for gold. So this is something that is going to create this abundance. I'm just getting, the energy I'm getting is more globally. I'm not getting my little microcosm. This is like individual part of this little cadre of the collective. I feel like there's about to be a big change in the world. And it's positive. It's just, it's not going to be easy to get there. See, the change in the world. There's the world card on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so that is a 29 card, which is the Pluto is in the 29th degree of Capricorn. And the world is about to change when it moves into Aquarius. And now it's dabbled back and forth and, 2 or 3 times. But now it's going to shift. And this is the end of an era. And this is going to change things, especially with some other conjunctions. In the astrology, when this happens, it's almost like it changes inevitable. I mean, things are going to change, and they're going to change on a grand scale. And I feel like with this 11 and this 11, but this one is, it's going to be off kilter for a little while, but change usually isn't seamless. So there's going to be an off kilter energy as we go through this change, but this is going to, look at the one side of the world is lit up and the other side is dark. And I think what's going to happen is all of that's going to be lit, especially with this new moon in Scorpio. The truth is coming out. Anything that's been hidden is being dredged up. Remember, it was going deeper with the Moonology deck. That means, we're dredging the bottom. We're dredging up anything that's still not going to be in alignment as we move into this new energy. Bottom of this deck, awareness. I told you there is going to be, we have this increase in consciousness and awareness. That is what's on the horizon, and that is such a good thing. Can you hear the plane flying over? It's like a low-level flight. It's a C-130. We're on a flight path. There's a vortex right across the street, a navigational aid. So it's like a flight show here almost every day. But this is the increase in consciousness that is coming in with this age of Aquarius. And that's a good thing, but it's not going to be a simple transfer of the old for the new. It's just not. There are people that are going to cling to the old because their power resides in the old. So that's what I'm getting. All right, let's see what else. I got happiness and I got loneliness and forgiveness. Seriously, the swallow is about to get on my last nerve. Hey, does anybody have a question? Ooh, there's failure. And abundance. Okay, so there might come some some lessons learned from not being successful, but because you learned those lessons and you were willing to embrace them, now in comes the abundance. So I feel like at least the last 4 years have been a steep learning curve for many of us, especially those who are just awakening. There, it's almost like the lifetime of lessons that you incarnated here to learn, you've learned. And now, of course, there's going to be a few here and there that you're still going to learn, but it feels like you caught your wind. You've got your feet firmly under you. And now you're going to really bring in this abundance. I am a limitless being, so I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Goes right back to what I said at the very beginning about how we're all getting the hang of this manifestation thing. And then this is the Magician card. Oh, and look under that, the solar plexus chakra. So we have that twice. Let's pull one more from here. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Well, we do know over the past 6 months that whatever was meant to leave our life has left. And some people have really put up some resistance to that. Other people have just kind of gone with the flow. Doesn't really matter the process that you've used, but as Pluto goes through this last degree of Capricorn, anything that is old and that is going to hold your vibration and your ability to manifest back is going to have to leave your life. Otherwise, we can't bring in the age of Aquarius because we don't want to taint the new with the old things that aren't working. Yeah, they were trying to give me an example about a car, but I didn't quite catch it. This is the Power of Love Oracle. Respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the pure path to love. We're going to have respect for one another. And that goes for religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, political beliefs, how we approach things, our perceptions in life, how we feel about ourselves and others. I mean, one of the things that I see, and there's kindness, respect and kindness, two things needed to move forward here. One of the things that, elections in the United States are famous for are divisiveness, anger, hostility, polarization. And at some point, I mean, we've got to think our way through that we can't continue to constantly be polarized if we're going to have to work together. And I feel like the upcoming in the next couple of years are going to be like a village. Like people are going to be working together in communities again. And differences aside, it'll be, I want to help my fellow human being in my vicinity, because it's going to be, my guides are saying, a knitting of the energies. So these communities are going to form networks, and these networks are going to form grids. And it's almost like that's going to supply a lot of the Earth's grid energy. But it's going to be positive. Now, there are going to be pockets of stuff that's not too happy. There's going to be communities that are going to disintegrate. There are going to be communities that try to come together, but because of the polarization and people not unwilling to let that go, that those communities will disintegrate. That energy will disintegrate, and they'll look for other communities. So thanks for being part of my community here. And thank you to all my new subscribers and everybody, the past, Yeah, we've got to let go of all the things that aren't working. And part of them is we're not kind to each other anymore. All you have to do is go online and look at some of the damn videos of people being assaulted. And there's some ass videotaping it. Now, I understand evidence, but they're doing it for entertainment. And, people being intentionally hurt and somebody's videotaping it. And I'm like, what the hell? Why are you doing that? Why aren't you helping? Why are you getting why is your goal benefit so that you can go viral, but you're not going to lend aid to that person being traumatized? That's not kindness. That's not respect. That is being self-centered and really fixated on the ego. That can't go forward. It just can't. It's not working. And, what we focus on is what we manifest. So, I don't know. Sorry. Freedom. We are sovereign beings here. We are sovereign beings. And that needs to be a priority. My sovereignty is not for sale. And then acceptance. All right, let's see. I was going to do a big Halloween thing and dress up and everything, but I have been videotaping all day. I'm doing some cooking videos on my other channel, The Organizer Advisor. And thank you to the viewers at this channel that went over to that channel and subscribed to me there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. I'm sorry, my nose is a little runny. Let's see. Let's pull, since we're talking about abundance, let's pull from the Divine Abundance deck. Okay, and if you have a question, if you need me to pull a reading on your question, just type it in the comments. Gratitude. We've definitely been seeing this card a lot, and it's definitely the energy we want to be in, despite what's going on the outside. Let's be grateful that the process has begun and that the transfer of the energy to the positive when Pluto enters Aquarius is going to change the world. All right, I'm going to pull some tarot on that. I'm going to use the Light Seers. All right, let's see. Nine of Pentacles. That's that abundance we're bringing in. And even though we're going to be self-reliant, we're also going to feel more communal. I feel like a big communal energy coming in with the Age of Aquarius. Temperance. 14 card. Goodness. Sagittarius energy. That is the coming together of the opposites. That's the depolarization and neutrality. That's what's coming in. That's what has to happen. The Strength card again. We've already got that Angel of Strength. We got the Six of Wands. This is overcoming. It's a Strength card. And then we have the Three of Wands. There is the anticipation energy is the Three of Wands. And it's this victory over, it's almost like the victory over the dark. And like I said in the World card, it looks like that earth is just going to be all lit up. And that's our vibration. And that's this change that's coming. Ace of Wands. Look at that third eye being just absolutely lit up. That's that consciousness and awareness that every human, every living sentient being is a sovereign being here. And we're all connected and we're all going to be working together. There's the world card again. We're going to be changing the world. There's a focus on the interconnectedness. I'm hearing the sacred geometry of humanity. And here's the 10 of Wands. This has been a long journey. But the old world is about to end. And not what I'm saying is literal. I'm saying the old power structures, the old belief systems, the old control mechanisms are dissipating. Now, there are those clinging desperately to control, but we are sovereign beings who align with freedom only. Freedom. Freedom is what we require to be sovereign. There's the 5 of Cups. There's a disenchanting energy. I'm hearing don't miss out. Don't miss out because things may not seem like they're going in that direction on the onset, but they will. Don't get into despair and disappointment when you see the transition turbulence. Page of Swords, that's what I'm saying. When you see what's going on in the news and all of that, don't get distressed. Don't get disappointed. Don't get into despair energy. Oh, me either, Victoria. I'll be honest. I mean, I know that we as souls, we need it, but I know it's coming. I feel like it's what we've all been waiting for. 6 of Swords. Yeah. I did a beach meditation. There was a piano on the beach. I'll post a picture of it. It was a beautiful event. And so there was this grand piano on the beach. And of course, we have beautiful beaches here. They're just snow white beaches. It's all quartz. So white, looks like sugar, feels like sugar when you walk on it. And so I watched the sunset during this piano meditation, and you had Bluetooth headphones on so you could just hear the piano and see the waves coming in. All walks of life, all just kind of convened at the same place. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. The fly indicates energy depletion and time to rejuvenate. Absolutely. That's why I feel probably like I need to just kind of cloister myself for a couple of weeks. But anyway, what kept coming to my consciousness as I was watching these gatherers, and I called them the gatherers because they were just like groups of people that all just kind of convened at one time to watch the sunset. It was peaceful. There was no talking. It was just this silent appreciation. And I felt like the profoundness of that time was the sun was setting on the old ways. The sun was, and there was this anticipation of, okay, as it sets, yeah, I absolutely feel that way. As the sun sets, the anticipation of waiting to see what the new sunrise brings. It was really a profound moment. But what really struck me was the gatherers. I called them the gatherers because all of a sudden they just showed up and they just stood there and they were quiet. And I knew they didn't all come together, but they all just, it was just this moment of awe, but yet knowing. It was a moment of knowing. And I was like, how did they know to be here at this moment? And they weren't attached to the piano thing. but they were just there. And it just felt like they were waiting for the new earth to come in. And they're watching the last sunsets of this old paradigm and knowing that this is, appreciating the fact that it's ending. That was really beautiful. And it really was it was quite an experience. All right, I'm going to pull from this very old tarot deck, and it has different meanings for the card. So I will go by the words in this deck only. And now my flies left. Judgment. Nope, he's back. Discovery. We already had discovery. Developmental, resolution, and conclusion. And look at the people. It's almost like the watchers are gathered. And they're looking up, waiting for what comes next. But we've had this discovery. So there's going to be a discovery of some sort. Watch for it. You don't have to engage in the news. Watch for it. There's going to be some secret that is revealed or a discovery that is made that's going to help facilitate this change. We have the Three of Wands again. There's that anticipation energy, but it says very good, useful collaboration. And I feel like that's the kind of the communal effort is everybody's going to say, you know what, if we can work together now, if we can get over this polarization and divisiveness because we choose to, and we want to respect each other's feelings and their belief systems and be kind to one another. I think that starts at the community level first, and then it radiates out. There's some pleasant memories. Think about the things that are good. Think about the things that are pleasant. Think about the things that are meaningful. All right. And then Four of Swords. There's bad news. And this, I'm getting a bad feeling on this card. Like there's a big death coming. I don't want to predict because I don't do predictions. But it feels like this is kind of the Four of Swords is usually somebody that's just kind of resting and rejuvenating and taking some personal time. This to me is somebody laying in wait. I'm sorry. I don't. There's the devil. Evil, catastrophe, captivity, disorder, and violence. And I hate to say it, folks, but I do think that there's going to be some trauma and drama coming in as the things change. There are going to be people that aren't happy about it. Not everybody's going to buy into the same change for the same reason. Here we have the Ten of Wands. There's some difficulties coming. But know that they're necessary. Troubles are imaginary and an indiscreet inquiry. Okay, that indiscreet inquiry is going to reveal the truth, and that truth is going to be the discovery, and that discovery is going to be something that precipitates this change. All right, so does anybody have any questions? Anybody want me to pull some cards for them? I feel like I'm just talking. And if you look at this Two of Swords or this Two of Pentacles card, look at the water behind. They're big waves with the ships bouncing around on the waves. But then we have the Six of Swords where things are going to get, it's here, Six of Swords. Look at that scarf. Again, another red scarf. And we have one on the Triumph. I see that as almost her pointing. I see that scarf as this pointing like, I command you to calm, almost like, calming the waters by command. But it's not her hand. She's got her hand up like this, but I see that scarf kind of trailing in the wind. And I always imagine that being her hand pointing like, no, we're going this way. And this is the only way that we're going to go and be peaceful, which is pretty cool energy. So ultimately, I'm hopeful, apprehensive a bit, a little anxious. We talked about that in the reading yesterday about you're going to start to feel some anxiety. Make sure you ground, make sure you do some stabilizing rituals. But with this new moon coming in, oh, thanks, Victoria. You're such a dear. I look forward to seeing you all the time. I think you've been on my channel for quite a while, so I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your support, for a long time. I feel like, and let me know in the comments how you're perceiving this energy. I feel like there's going to be like a circus show to close out the last act. I don't know. It's just, and I don't want to intermingle too much in the energy. I feel like they're going to be people that need some support. I think some people are going to really have some major energy disruptions. And I feel like maybe that's why we need to stay balanced. Maybe the light workers need to stay balanced to help stabilize the overwhelming anxious energy that the collective is going to feel. A house or dwelling. And then right away, what I got was the house was not just a house, like a home house or a home or a apartment or condo or townhome. I feel like a house, like a dynasty house. Search for a mate. And the Ace of Pentacles, most favorable of all cards. Good shit coming in. Sorry for my language, but that's just how I feel. I feel like it's going to be good. It's going to be good if we can just, and I don't want to say endure. I want to say remain balanced, because I think that's going to be the most important thing we can do. Remain balanced. But check out some those 2 videos that I posted the last couple of days. They have some good advice in them about how to navigate this energy. And a fortunate visit with a Knight of Cups. Maybe that good fortune's coming to your door. You might get a fortunate visit. You might get something good is coming in. I mean, if you go back to the beginning of this reading, it's beautiful energy. It's an elevation of consciousness. It is abundance. It is this magical manifestation. It's happiness. It's awareness. It's just a beautiful energy. But there's almost like with the World card, there's almost like the transition. Culmination, triumph. We have triumph before self-awareness and natural perfection. All right, guys, I'm going to go about another 15 minutes and then I'm going to have to take some allergy meds because this just started. Ace of Cups. inflexible will, unalterable law. So there's going to be a clash of people that want to enforce what they want, their outcomes, and then there's going to be some legal issues that are going to result from that. So the good thing is there's going to be some really good things coming in for both the masculine and feminines. But you need to keep your energy protected. And, if you do a protection ritual, if you do a protection prayer, I always encourage like some sort of protection. Ask your angels, guides, ancestors to help protect you. And I really feel like this isolation energy. And yeah, there's the Fool. There's a frenzy, agitation, heedlessness, very foolish frenzy based on impulsiveness. So people are going to kind of lose their minds for a little bit. Those people who are not conscious or aware are going to lose their minds over something, and it's going to differ by country, by political structure, by religious structure, by belief systems. But there are going to be some people who are just going to literally lose their minds, and it's like they have to go through that process. It's like a tantrum so that they can let go of the old energy. And we, as light workers, are here to help them. We are here to help them. You don't have to sacrifice yourself for them, and you don't have to burn out your energy for them, but we do have to help guide them toward more consciousness, because they are not at a conscious level. So they're going to react instead of respond, and that reactionary energy can have a kind of like a chain-like effect. Here's the truth. There's a truth that is going to be discovered, or a new discovery. I was listening to somebody today about somebody figured out an algorithm for anti-aging. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and listen to it. I was kind of cooking at the time, so I really wasn't listening. But it was like, what? Wait, what? But we're making so many advances in health and longevity that, somebody even my age might benefit. And that star is that health and longevity, and not immortality. I don't think we're looking at that, but I think we're looking at DNA, like a recomposition. Here's a useful man. Somebody, a masculine energy might help bring this in. Again, I'm not politically leaning in either direction. I'm actually just kind of trying to stay out of it. I just keep myself informed. And here's the Temperance card again. Harmony, moderation, rationality, friendliness, and forbearance. But this can only come with patience and kindness and being our sovereign spiritual selves. I don't believe you can be authentic if you're not sovereign. And I don't believe that we can be anything but authentic in this new paradigm. I think authenticity is a requirement. So there are some that will have to step into their sovereignty, and that's hard because there's accountability there. There's responsibility there. And some have not experienced embracing that before. And I think those are the ones that are going to kind of fall apart. And light workers will be kind of giving some scaffolded support to help them step more into their sovereignty. And I can tell you, as I say that, I can think of quite a few people that I know are not, have not embraced their sovereignty or authenticity. Beware of ill will. I'm telling you, there's going to be some tricksters about. And they're going to try and derail this, because when they lose their power when other people become sovereign. When souls become sovereign, power structures become unnecessary. I'm going to pull 3 more cards, and then, folks, I'm going to end this, only because my obviously have some sort of allergy to something, and I'm going to have to take some allergy medicine. Oop, okay, we have a flipper. The Ace of Swords. There's either going to be great prosperity or great misery for some. Now, we've seen the prosperity, and I think for light workers, that's what is coming in for light workers. But there's going to be some misery for people who aren't willing to embrace their sovereignty and take responsibility and accountability for themselves. Because in order for the polarity to be diminished, the polarity to really be eradicated into neutrality, everybody will have to be in their sovereignty. I just can't see how polarity could be balanced without sovereignty. Okay, let's see. There's an unexpected advancement for a younger person. So be looking for that. And I'm really getting, this is a global thing. Maybe in your community, but I really feel like this is kind of happening on the world stage, that there's going to be a young person that's going to advance. And it's going to be unexpected. Somebody's going to betray somebody. And then this young person is going to step in. Again, another red cape. And then on the bottom of the deck, the Magician. In a red cape. And under that, caution about the present. The 6 of Pentacles. Another red cape. All right, let's see. Where are we time-wise? And then a good voyage. There's the 6 of Swords. Okay, so all's well that ends well, but it's not going to be really a smooth sail. We'll get to the calmer waters, but there's going to be a lot of churning of the waters until then. So I'll do bottom of the decks, the ones I haven't done. This is heroic action. Page of Cups, something when pigs fly. That's with the discovery. It's going to be unfriggin' believable. Individuality. Told you about that sovereignty. And then pride. Now, pride was in the reverse. I don't read oracles in the reverse, but it came out, and that's kind of that solar plexus energy. Pride will derail this. So don't get into your pride energy. All right. I think that's it for me, folks. I'm going to go take some allergy medicine so I can sleep tonight. But again, please, if I were to give you any kind of advice about what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks, at least until the 16th when Pluto moves into Aquarius, it's not going to go easy. It's going to be some turbulence, going to be some drama, going to be some disruption. So maybe that's why I feel like I need to kind of cloister myself, is to avoid what's coming, but also so that I can be in a good spiritual situation to help others who are going to fall apart. And I'm not saying that it has to do with the US election. I'm saying that it has to do with Pluto leaving Capricorn and the last vestiges of those power struggles, clinging desperately to be able to maintain the power. And we're moving into sovereignty, individuality, and balance, and less duality, less polarity. And I think that that is not aligned with everyone's agenda, because sovereignty means less control. All right, so that's what I have for you. Thank you for everybody who joined me. Thank you to all of you who subscribe to my channel. Please check out my other channel, The Organizer Advisor. I'm posting videos there. And then also you can find me on Facebook. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I will get some rest. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Oh, no, next Tuesday. That is going to be the election night. So I'll come up with a day that we can do a live. And I don't know. Oh, that's going to be some kick-ass energy. So I'll see what I feel. I'm going to base upon what my energy, what my guides are telling me. So thank you. Be safe, everybody. Take good care. Get some, take some personal time if you can. And remember, we have a new moon on Friday. So that is time to set the intention, and the intention should be freedom, sovereignty, and harmony, and temperance, kindness, and goodwill. So those are the seeds that we need to be sowing. So love you all. I'll see you in the next video.